Like, dude, you casted a 35-year-old to play 16-year-old.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro?
Yep.
Hi
And
guys.
that's one of the reasons why. What's up?
It's like, bro, you want to go sit down somewhere?
How do you do?
That was mid, you guys. That was mid. 6'7". Like get out of here.
Nope.
Look, remember when I told you I was 17?
Yeah, we all are.
I'm 67.
What?
I'm 67 years old.
No, you're 17. You're from New Jersey. Your name is Tommy Porchapucciano.
Watch out, drops ain't going for the switch. I just wanna fire for a miss. Keep your eyes stayed on me for the blessing. Treasure up in the heavens, we snatch it. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. Look at the change upon my nation. Yeah, look at the change upon my nation. All that blood in the keys, yeah, but really wanna use that.
Yo, what is up, you guys? We are those indie geeks. My name is Q,
I'm just raised.
It's your boy Prodigal.
and here we talk about all things geeky, all things we like to talk about, music, everything, really.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and so we
absolutely.
are gathered here today. By
Are
the
we
time
starting
that's-
service? Are we starting a service?
we are gathered here today.
Dearly beloved.
Beloved.
They're here today. Yeah, no, I think, honestly, and I don't want to kind of bring the mood down a little bit, but it's been a heavy week.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
everything that's happened in Minneapolis.
Prayers to those families, by the way.
Yeah, especially as it hits a little harder because it was at a Catholic church, Catholic school, and I'm Catholic, and I don't know. Anytime you hear story of reports like that, I mean, senseless violence is always just senseless and stupid and just heartbreaking. And so, I hope that when we get into this episode, I hope that gives for whoever's listening, whoever's watching, I hope it gives a moment of levity and a moment of peace and fun from the realities of what's going on. And I think that's when we created this podcast, I think it's a good reminder for us to be like, hey, it's always good to come in community and brotherhood and fellowship and actually just joke and laugh about things and discuss things and have fun arguments, because it's just we have there's entertainment for a reason, and and as long as we can do it all in good fun and bring it back to the center of our faith, I think it's always mission accomplished, in my opinion, and I think we all share that opinion. And so I mean, I just wanted to say that I don't want to drag the mood down or anything like that, but I just feel like
You're good.
it definitely needed to be said. So again, it was said before, rest in peace to the children that lost their lives and all those families that were impacted in Minneapolis. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you. But with that being said, I think today, we are kind of going into a kind of a childlike topic. A lot of people will say, oh, Power Rangers. It used to be like a thing from my childhood, and then people kind of fall off of it. Casuals. I'm saying casuals, and even me to a certain extent. I didn't really keep up with Power Rangers like that after. Well, I'll say my list of shows that I grew up with, but. I know, Q, you're still a big fan. You have songs referencing Power Rangers and all that. I think actually one of my first songs that I've actually heard from you was Power Coins. I think that's one of the first songs that I heard from you. Yeah.
That's not with the Zayhill.
Yeah, and also, what was it?
Shout out Zayhill.
Once a Ranger with Newton.
Yeah.
No, I think those were the
Newton,
first two songs I really heard from Q. I was
Throwbacks.
it was fire.
And for people that don't know, Zayhill's like 6'7", 6'8". That dude is
Dude, I was
big
very
guy.
surprised when I saw him. I saw him at. I'll tell you where I saw him. I saw him at the Rabzilla party, the freshman party.
Okay.
And I remember, I texted him. I was like, "Hey, are you gonna be there?" He said, "Yeah, I'm pulling up." And I see him. Bro was like, "Oh,
Bro,
what up, Zay?"
last year I saw him at the airport. I was like kerfuffled because it was on my way to last year's Holy Smoke. This year's was awesome too, but 2024, I saw him in the airport when I was waiting for our friend Weiss, and I was walking, and I didn't think that it was him. It was like one of those things where it's like you see somebody that you know, and you know him, but you're just kind of like, nah, that can't be them. I only did that because literally everybody else in his crew was like that much shorter than him, and I was just all like,
So he sticks out.
I was just like, nah, that can't be Zale. So I didn't even say anything. I just kept walking because 6'7" to me is like at least.
Yeah, 6'7" is like.
I'm barely
Here to
6
me.
foot. So I'm like, I'm barely,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
and that's with forces. But like,
Hey, Zay.
what I'm saying, like, yeah, that
Yeah.
dude looked like a whole NBA player. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. Power Rangers is it's funny because today is Power Ranger Day. I don't know if anybody
Oh,
knew that.
really? I did not know that at all.
I did not know. As a Power Ranger
That's
fan,
a
I was shocked.
well. You know what? I'm not surprised that that's a thing. I'm not surprised at all. But that's awesome.
And Just
So
Rays, I believe, was the one that suggested this anyway.
August
So
28th, the day of recording this, August 28th. Yeah.
is Power Ranger Day. So happy Power
Awesome.
Ranger Day to all the Power Ranger nerds, and I will try my best to like get this particular podcast out to all those people on my channel,
Yeah.
Cougar
Morphin
Zero
time.
Corner. It's
Yeah,
Smurfing.
exactly. Yo,
Smurfing time.
get your morphing motions right.
But you had a question.
Yeah.
Well,
My
like
question.
what?
Sorry, I know. Yeah, it's a long intro, but I guess my main question would be top three Power Ranger shows, and I always do lists because I like starting off a podcast.
Okay.
Top three, and it's very small, and especially for super fans like you, like I feel like that's a very short range to work with. But top three, go Power Ranger shows of all time
Top three.
in
Just
your
Rays, want to
life.
go first?
I will
Or just
probably
ones that
get
you've
some
heard?
of these. I'll probably get some of these names wrong, but y'all will figure it out. Of course, we're gonna start with number three. Number three, I would probably say is what's the joint where Tommy came back? Was it Dino Fury or Beast?
Dino Thunder.
Dino
Yeah,
Thunder.
Dino Thunder.
Dino
Yeah.
Thunder. Two, surprisingly, would probably be Ninja Storm. I just like the colors.
Ninja
and
Storm's
the
a good one.
aesthetic. And then I probably, of course, number one, gotta go Mighty Morphin. It's just,
Mighty Morphin.
It's just, chef's
It's
kiss.
OG.
Facts.
It's OG, and like the Ninja Kids. I'm gonna talk about this more on my TikTok and stuff like that. But they're like I've been behind because I was at Holy Smoke and all this other stuff that I was doing with my band. But like Ninja Kids from YouTube is doing. They've done like Power Ranger collabs in the past. They teamed up with Toku J. Toku J does all these different redesigns of Power Ranger outfits and Tokusatsu stuff, and he's a really really bomb artist, graphic design artist. And so he designed these suits that they're using for this project that they're doing, and footage and pictures and stuff keep coming out, and it looks legit like what people have wanted it to look like for some time, for Mighty Morphin at least. It has that like because of his designs, it has like the grit that people want in the design, but it looks more superhero costumey. So I mean, I think it looks dope, but you guys can Google that or whatever, or go to my.
What should I type in again?
It's like
See it.
Ninja Kids with a Z and Power Rangers. Like there's
What's
like
Ninja Kids though?
some of my Ninja Kids is like a martial arts YouTube, I think, and they partnered with the Power Ranger brand for a long time and made content and stuff.
Interesting.
But my top three teams is weird for me. I like aesthetically, I have favorites, but because I go so much deeper into like, is the story good? Like,
Please don't say the pirate people.
the pirate people?
Yeah.
Oh, for America, no. Like we had Super Megaforce, which I do not like
that the
Super
pirate
Megaforce.
ones?
I don't
okay.
like Super Megaforce. So the pirate ones in the Tokusatsu side, like the Sentai side, you would love Just Rays because they are so different and so much better. Captain Marvelous would crack you up because he's like the most I don't want to be a Power Ranger, but I'm here type guy. He's like, look, I got these powers. We're gonna use them.
He's the Shikamaru
And,
of the squad.
Basically, he kind of has like a nonchalant way about him, but that's the reason why I don't like Super Megaforce. But anywho, top three teams for me.
Yo, sorry to interrupt this video, but I wanted to let you guys know, for those of you who don't realize it, some of you may not be subscribed. So if you're enjoying the content on this channel, if you're enjoying this video that you're currently watching, definitely hit that subscribe button and like and share it if you got time. It's all free. Definitely subscribe to the channel. It'll help everybody involved because the way YouTube's algorithm works, you may not be subscribed even though they're suggesting my content to you. So definitely tap in, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content here. We're trying to build community, people. So tap in with your boy. And now, back to the video.
I would say and it fluctuates depending on like if I've watched the season or not throughout. But Jungle Fury was actually a really dope one.
That's an
for me.
interesting one. That's a more recent one too, right? Like that.
I like Jungle Fury. Yeah, that was a Disney era one.
Yeah.
Was that the one with the dude who like grew up in the forest?
No, that was Wild
I'm not
Force.
sure.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm getting
yeah.
confused with Jungle Fury.
Cole. That I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, Cole.
That
That's
was
the only
Wild
reason
Force.
why I
That's the homie
remember it because
that's
Buddy was in the woods.
You know, I did not.
that's the homie
I
that's
did,
in jail
I did, oh, I did not know that.
In real life or on
Yeah.
the show?
in real life.
I
Yeah.
mean, so in
okay.
real life.
Yeah.
Never mind. Moving on.
But with Jungle Fury, I did not like their suits.
You didn't? You didn't
Nope.
like the whole because it looked like more of a bodysuit thing, right?
Yeah, I did not like it.
Pull it up. I don't
looked
know.
a little
I don't
too.
remember
It looked
these.
I
way
love
too
it.
Halloweeny. Like it looked like a Halloween costume.
That's kind of true. I'm not gonna lie, like
Pull it up, Prodigal.
because usually it has like a belt to separate the colors and stuff, like the aesthetic, but they don't have a belt, so it looks more like a Bruce Lee bodysuit.
I think that's
A
what.
Bruce Lee
Sorry,
bodysuit?
pull it
That's
up. But
Remember the yellow bodysuit that he won in game that he wore in Game of Death? That yellow bodysuit that they used for Kill Bill.
Got you. Okay.
That's kind of the energy that the Jungle Fury suits are on,
It's
because
funny.
they're all about like kung fu and
I don't remember any of the Bruce Lee movies by name. I just remember
yeah.
the different. Like I remember one he fought Chuck Norris and one he fought Kareem, and then everything gets foggy after that. Okay,
Y'all see
I
that?
remember this one. I just
Yeah,
don't remember the story.
Jungle Fury. The story's better too, to be honest with you.
I
like,
remember
it's one of
it
the
wasn't
better
bad
stories.
because they had this one had the wolf dude, right? He was the purple guy, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
crazy.
I
RJ
remember
or
that.
whatever his name was. Like he was crazy. Yeah. But that was my first team. Just because I like the suits, but I also have a broader, I guess, thing about like the Power Rangers and Super Sentai since I've in this particular group have watched it the longest. So I have favorites and non-favorites, but the belt thing kind of always bothered me. But I got it because they're more of like a kung fu type
sure.
of show.
I think I've
They
always
had the
tried to be like.
gloves.
Yeah, I think I was confused as to what I didn't really like about it, but it's like it just felt.
I don't like the
Halloween,
color.
so I think
it
it's
feels
because of
like
the
there
belt.
should be like white somewhere in there,
Yeah.
and there isn't, and
Yeah.
it's weird. Like their master form, it looks like way better than the regular outfit, but because they change up the colors, they put white in there, they have the little armor pieces, and it looks dope.
Oh yeah,
But-
that looks much better.
Pull it,
Really,
let me see
I
it.
was like, these should just be the suits.
100
These
I
should
mean-
just be the suits.
That looks, dude. Look at this one. Hold on, the master mode.
Master mode looks so much better.
That's a YouTube clip. Well, these are all YouTube clips. Oh,
Let's
no,
see, that's hard.
That's master mode. Huh?
Yeah, that's hard. See, they have
That
the little
looks
armor
much
pieces
better.
and like the white in
Jeez.
the middle. And
That's clean.
it always
Yeah, that should
it
have been the
looked way
regular
better.
suit.
It's like not. It's like just enough to differentiate, but not enough that it's like too much. Like they're wearing
Yeah.
like whole armor suits type John.
Yeah,
Because their whole thing is like fluidity and chi and stuff like that. So I can see
Yeah.
why they don't have that much to their costumes. But I
Oh.
would have preferred that
yeah, I would have too.
right off the bat.
I feel that.
And
Absolutely.
then maybe when they get an armor, make it like a more sleek armor and not as chunky, and
Yep.
like and do something that way. And maybe put black in that. But pause. But like we, oh, I got two other.
Yeah, what's your number two? Move on. Move on.
It's funny when
All right,
you're not
two.
thinking about a pause and then you pause it. It just makes everybody realize what it was
Just
that you
for the
just
greater
said.
good.
It's just like, oh,
For the love of the game.
touche.
For the love of the game. So my second team would probably be. I'm having to think about it. My second team would probably be Dino Thunder. And I'm not like I don't like to waste like top three choices on like like in my personal when I do my top five Ranger teams on my channel, Cougar Zero Corner. I think it will probably change, but I would say for right now, like Dino Thunder, because it's simplistic. Like it's the same kind of Dino theme, but it's like better looking suits than Mighty Morphin. Don't hurt me, Mighty Morphin fans. Like I think it's a more creative design. You know, they always when they went into that super mode, they had the spikes that came off
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything.
Spice was cool.
That jump was tight. That was tight. And Tommy coming back was cool. Like he's my favorite Ranger, but I can see why people like why there's Tommy slander nowadays. Because the newer generation didn't really grow up with that being the guy.
Yeah.
Like when Disney era came around,
Did they have a guy?
When
If you think about like the newer generation, did
Yeah.
they ever who?
yeah, they had a guy in every season, but they didn't have a guy.
But that's what I'm saying.
Tommy
Tommy was
Tommy
that
was
guy.
the
bro.
guy.
Tommy
Yeah.
is that
Like
guy.
what? Like you would think of Jason. No, what's his name? His name is Jason. No,
His real name
his
is Jason
actual
David
name.
Frank. Yeah.
Jason David Frank. There you go. When you think of him, you think Green Ranger and
White
well,
Ranger.
all
Green
the other
Ranger's
Rangers.
OP,
Green
man.
Ranger,
And the
Red
White
Ranger,
Ranger.
Blue Ranger, he's
White
been
Ranger,
everything.
all
But
that.
yeah,
He took all of them. He was a
yeah, he took
Red
all
Ranger
of
at
them.
one
But
Facts, he was.
you know, so yeah, I guess what Just Ray's question is there like a guy in the new gen, like post?
I don't think there is because they never
2011.
positioned. They never. The thing about Power Rangers, and we'll talk more about it here in a little bit, but like the thing about Power Rangers, they've done so much to kind of hinder the brand from evolving, and that's why they're having such a hard time with rebranding it now. And I'm glad you said Mighty Morphin Just Rays because my last team would be because I don't want to knock that because that is the precursor to everything, right? If we didn't have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, we wouldn't have all the other iterations because it wouldn't have been successful, so they wouldn't have kept on remaking it. But and one of my favorite Rangers is the Green Ranger and the White Ranger, coincidentally. But my top team, last team, is Zeo. Zeo
I was just about to ask.
gets no clout whatsoever, even though technically they would be the most powerful team because of the way that their powers work or are supposed to work in show lore. Like in show lore, their powers, because of the Zeo crystals, continuously get stronger and stronger with age and with how much they use them.
So
but
they're
I heard
Viltrumites.
basically or freaking Saiyans, like every time they get beat they come back stronger, like it. But the crystals are supposed to make them more powerful with age, but like there was a fan theory or some writer on the show said the excuse for them switching to turbo, which there was no real excuse, but some writer was all like, well, maybe it was that the Zeo crystals got too powerful for them as humans to use, so they had to switch to a more suitable power that was just as strong as Zeo at that base, but wouldn't get any stronger. I was like, that's like like
You had me to the
that's
last part. You had me to the last part. Just as strong?
that-
Come on now. Turbo.
cars, man. Cars are
Turbo.
gonna get you.
American
Cars run
muscle.
you over.
American muscle.
Cars are gonna run you over, man. They're gonna get you.
So I want to. So for me, because I didn't really understand all of that, like as far as like in the beginning with the transition of different Power Ranger power sets and all that stuff, Mighty Morphin to me is everything from the beginning to Turbo, and then it just Turbo was just Turbo, and then they went into space. So it's
Not
like,
too many people like Turbo
at all. But but so I include Zeo in the Mighty Morphin for me. So that's another reason why I had it number one, because I'm like,
It
I
technically
remember
was because it was the same team.
but I don't remember Zeo like that. Like I remember they were dope,
Yeah.
and I love the way their suits look, but I don't remember all of their like
Zeo
villains
was
or who
dope.
they fought.
They fought the Machine Empire, and remember that big fat robot with the mustache or whatever?
I think I do. I think I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he had the little
I've seen-
kid,
I've
the
seen pictures,
Sprocket
yeah.
or whatever his name was, and
Yes, I do remember that.
and the queen had like a corset on, and I was questioning whether or not we should be watching this as a kid's show.
That part I
like-
don't remember, but I remember the kid Sprocket, and I remember the fat dude with the mustache.
I was like, hey, yo, what's up with Queen? No, man, like, yeah, those would be my top teams. And, but yeah, we'll get into why, I guess, here in a little bit. But Prodigal, what teams, because you grew up in a very specific, because you're a little bit younger than us. So, like, you grew up at, like, not the peak of Power Rangers, but, like, right as it started to, like, wane in popularity is when you came, like, because the Disney era was like, we were still rocking with the Disney era. They had like SPD and Ninja Storm and Dino
So
Thunder, but like
when did it switch to Disney?
Like
after
around
Wild Force, like mid Wild Force. They literally changed mid Wild Force.
Yeah, and then like it moved on to like Jetix and like all these like Team
I
Disney.
remember Jetix. We gotta talk about Jetix.
I remember
bro.
that. Hold on, Power
Jetix
Rangers
was dope.
Jetix, or is Jetix
Bro,
something
my
else?
childhood, my childhood was
Jetix
basically. But sorry.
No, Jetix was a programming block. It was more than Power Rangers. It was dope.
Oh, okay.
A bunch of different like
Kind of
I
like
think-
4Kids TV.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically. So number 3, I would go Mystic Force for me.
Ooh, Mystic Force.
Mystic Force. I like the lore, and the reason why the reason why I don't keep Mystic Force a little higher is because I was not the biggest fan of Nick, the Red Ranger. And the suits were not the greatest. I like the visors and everything, but like I'm not a big fan of the cloak.
Terrible.
Or like the cape.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. but at the same time, I don't get it. Like
Yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Potter was super big at that time, so they were trying to go based off of like the Harry Potter aesthetic.
that is true. I get it. I get that. Um, but the lore wise though, and like the Morphers were cool. I really like the Morphers.
That
But
story was one of the best
yeah,
stories, and
I
it
would
had
say
some
that.
of the best fight choreography in the whole franchise, which was wild.
I think I think though, and it's mainly I guess like nostalgia because Ninja Storm was the first one that I watched. Like I went back and watched Wild Force because I think there were like reruns sometimes that came up for Wild Force. Um,
Uh-huh.
but anyway, sorry, I'm skipping ahead. Number two would be Dino Thunder for me.
Okay.
I think my favorite character, my favorite Ranger is White Ranger, Trent from Dino Thunder. I
That was dope.
loved the White Ranger. I mean, like especially when he was evil and like just he was
I mean,
so.
they basically I think we lost Just Rays. He'll be back
Uh-oh.
here in a second.
Yeah,
But yeah, they kind of the writers admitted to like biting a little bit off of Green with Evil.
yeah.
But it worked, dude. It was such
Yeah.
a dope. Like the White Ranger was terrifying.
The suit was great too. Like the white,
Oh,
the
the suit
black
was
suit. Like,
awesome.
oh, dude, I loved it. I was like, this is
Yeah.
perfect. You know.
And his
And
Japanese
even the
counterpart
villain.
is called Aberray Killer.
Yeah, I've heard about that too. Because I don't know, that was like a few months ago. I was looking into like Power Ranger, like the White Ranger, and like how evil he actually was in the Japanese version. He was like a little bit more tamed in the American one. Um,
Uh-huh.
but yeah,
He
and
was murking folks.
even the villain, what's his name, Mesogog. Um,
Megaforce.
like that was like it was cool. Like I like the whole thing. But number one would have to go to Ninja Storm. I that's my favorite. Like that's the first show I
Ninja
watched.
Storm.
That's the first show I watched. That's the first team that I really looked like. Was getting into.
Okay.
I like the whole martial arts like training academy kind of thing and
Like they're
the
actual ninjas.
right yeah sorry yeah that's what I mean and the villain Luthor was like super corny and I loved it. It was like the villains
Lothar
were
was hilarious.
he was hilarious. He was funny, and I don't know. It's just like it was it was like super lighthearted the whole show. And I think as a kid, like I'm like, yes, this is so cool to me. And like,
It was
yeah.
dope. But
So
to
Ninja
me,
Storm was
I
number
felt
one
like
for me for nostalgia purposes too.
I felt like Ninja Storm because we were all kids. I think we were just slightly older than you. Like we were in like high school or something when that came out.
Yeah,
But like we like I always felt like Lothar was Lothar wouldn't have worked as a more serious villain
no, he wouldn't have. No.
because his costume was horrible.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
costume.
The mask and everything, yeah, it can come off as
I didn't even know he had the
mad
little
cheesy.
ponytail on the back.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, it was mad cheesy, but I really liked it. I was like, Ninja Storm is where it's at. So yeah, I think
Mezagot though. Mezagot kind of scared the crap out of me at first.
he was
I
scary.
like, ugh.
his design looked cool too for the
Yeah.
time. Like it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And even
Did you
with Dino
notice?
Thunder, what?
Did you notice that inside the mouth you could see like the human mouth? They just put black makeup all over his mouth, so you couldn't, and on his teeth, like he had these like denture things to where you couldn't see like his teeth, but you could see his lips.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I just know like
that crap was crazy. That was a
Yeah.
crazy costume design.
But yeah, I think Dino Thunder, even with like the what you call it, the bracelets that they had, and then it would turn into the Morphers. Like
Yeah.
they would have like the rocks on it, and then it was just I don't know. That whole concept was cool. I remember like trying to see if I could get some Morphers, like buy the Morphers,
Yeah.
for Dino Thunder and Ninja Storm as well. I still might get some. I don't know. They might be on eBay.
Dude,
I don't know.
like I dug the fact that they were like that was the first attempt at revitalizing the whole Power Ranger hype thing, right? So that's why I say it was like when Power Rangers like was on the way to going downhill because it didn't happen until like 4 seasons after Dino Thunder anyway. But they revitalized the series or the franchise with Dino Thunder because one, they brought back Tommy. Whenever you bring back Tommy, that's just like a given. It didn't work as well in Ninja
Yeah.
Storm. I'll get to that. But like
Yeah, they brought back Tommy and Ninja Storm.
That's what I was about to say.
yeah, they did. They brought him
know
back in Megaforce and Ninja Storm because in Megaforce, the legendary battle, he took out his helmet. Like, oh, it was Tommy, and
Legendary
and
battle.
he helped somebody
so
out.
Wait, is Super Megaforce? That's when everybody pulled up. It was like all the Power Rangers fighting each other.
So the legendary battle is when that happened, and they weren't fighting each other; they were fighting the
Villains.
forces thing. But here's the thing, and since we're talking about it, because Megaforce was horrible. Like Dino Thunder is what Megaforce wished that it was, or not? Or sorry, yeah, that's why I said that right. Dino Thunder is what Megaforce wishes that it was. That's what the people that did it wanted to happen. Like, because Dino Thunder revitalized the hype around Power Rangers because they gave you a story with, oh, there's these three teenagers. They are basically superheroes that go to high school. Like, you gave them a concealed morpher to where like it changes back to a bracelet when they're not using it, or it's hidden. They have to have secret identities. Like Tommy came back, and everybody loves dinosaurs, so that's one reason why it worked. But and also they highlighted a lot of like they got into the fact that Tommy kept a data log of all the Ranger teams that came about, which was pretty interesting. That was a cool thing where it added to the lore of the TV show, I guess. But
So there's
also,
continuity.
yeah. But also, they did that episode where they watched their Super Sentai counterparts. So to them, it's like somebody made like a show about them, but they were like, "Oh, they're not getting this right at all." But like, it was funny. It was very meta. But um, but I will say that that's what the writers and creators of Megaforce wanted to happen for the brand then, but it's not the same. Like they weren't working with the right uh season, in my opinion, because Ghost Sager is where Megaforce comes from. And Ghost Sager, I'm watching it currently. The beginning of it's really slow, but the story's better than Megaforce. And Megaforce didn't have a story really. They tried to rehash a lot of the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger stuff, and it didn't work. Like when you can tell when it's fake. All the actors, like you can't cast actors nowadays unless they look the part, really look the part. Like you can't cast actors that be looking like they 30 in high school, man. Like they have to
Cool
kind
about
of
it, for
look
sure.
the part, bro. Like you have to
Yeah.
be like they have to be a little bit smaller, a little bit more soft. That sounds weird, but like they just they just have to look like kids,
Yeah.
and some people like when we shave, like when I shave, I look like a freaking baby, but because of me being a little bit older now, it's like my face still facilitates the fact that like, oh, he's clearly above 21. But like some of these actors that they be casting, I'm just like, dude, you casted a 35-year-old to play 16-year-old.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Hi
And that's
guys.
that's one of the reasons why. What's up?
It's like, bro, you want to go sit down somewhere?
How do you do?
That was mid, you guys. That was mid. 6'7". Like get out of here.
Nope. Nope.
Like, what are you doing?
You ain't fooling anyone.
You're not fooling anybody. And that was one of the problems with not Wild Force, but with Megaforce, because Megaforce, the actors just didn't really look the part. Horrible writing. And then it was the Nickelodeon era, and everything in the Nickelodeon era is tarnished by the fact that they did these super duper seasons or whatever. Like season 2 would be super that. So Megaforce was it was Megaforce and then Super Megaforce. Whereas I feel like if they had just made a completely new team with the pirate outfits and that motif, it would have been way better. Like, because they could have brought that team in the mix with the Megaforce team, did like a crossover thing where they kind of passed the torch, and then that team would have the ability to access all the powers from. That was the only cool part about the pirate season. Was like their Super Megaforce is that they could access all the powers from before them.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like
for
Dino
me-
Thunder, or not Dino Thunder. Sorry,
Dino Fury?
Dino Charge.
Oh, then uh-huh.
Dino Charge.
Dino Charge was dope. Dino Charge was dope.
That's much more recent. Like some of these ones that he's talking about, it's more recent. Just race.
Well, that was the Nickelodeon era.
Yeah.
That was Nickelodeon. That was like right. I think that was after.
Hey, how many times
Megaforce.
Power Rangers got bounced around?
They only
A
went. They went
bit.
from. They went from Fox Kids to Disney to Nickelodeon.
I should look this up too. I think it went from Fox Kids to Disney to Netflix now.
Oh.
Now they're not on Netflix.
No, they're not.
The contract ended with Netflix, but they're still like that little the special.
2023. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the special is still on there, and then like I think Ninja Storm's still on there, and like
That's how I got caught
But
up on all the
now-
old.
Ninja Storm's on Netflix?
Yeah, it was.
Bro, I might go
They
watch
had
that. now.
all the Power Ranger shows from like Mighty Morphin to whatever the current year was. That's how I.
Ninja
That's
Steel.
how I got caught up.
Ninja Steel is on Netflix. Now they have it on Tubi.
The whole collection.
Oh,
They have all the seasons except for Cosmic Fury, which was awful to me.
yeah, I saw that was the last one that they created.
It wasn't okay. It was just the suits that really killed it for me. I don't know.
Pull up the suits,
Everybody
pull up
was
the
like,
suits.
"Yeah,
Look
these
it
are
up.
original." Cosmic Fury suits. Ugh, to me, a
Oh, what
little
the
bit. Yeah, they gave him like padded muscles and show
Wait,
show
hold on,
that
I'm
on
looking
this
this up.
show that
Yeah,
on the
I'm looking.
screen.
Yeah, my
You want
computer's being
Eddie
a little
Moe to
slow.
design
Come
the
on.
new Power Ranger suits.
All right, I'm saying, bro, Edna would have killed that mess,
No
bro.
caps, no caps.
No cats.
That's what she should have
Look at
told
these
Mystic
guys,
Force.
man. For,
You see
the
that?
Mystic Force capes were better. See, these, like in the show, it wasn't great looking. It looked like people from Party City were trying to be Power Rangers in the show.
Yeah, and that cape ain't helping, buddy.
The helmets look
The
cool.
helmets look.
The helmets,
animated,
the helmets are from Dino Fury.
the animated looks fire, but the live action is like, yeah, nah.
Just not gonna
The live
translate well.
yeah, it doesn't translate well, but the helmets are from Dino Fury.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why they
gotcha.
look. That's why they look.
So what were their helmets? What did their helmets look like then?
Cosmic
Yeah.
Fury? That was their helmet.
Oh,
they
they
just
just kept them from Dino Fury and just kept them in Cosmic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
and then the girl, and they made a big deal because the girl, I forget, I think her real name's Hunter or something like that. But like, the Pink Ranger became the Red Ranger, which she was a pretty good Red Ranger. Like, I just
Did people have problems with it?
Well, it's a woman.
I
You
think
know
people
they
have
had
problems
problems with it.
because it's a woman. Yeah, like I was like, they. Oh my God, the girl is the Red Ranger.
The audacity.
But in Samurai, like the real Red Ranger was the girl.
Right.
Like the guy was posing as the leader, but his sister was actually the next in line to be the leader, and he was just filling in
And
for
she
her.
was cold too.
But she was cold with it. And in the freaking battle for the grid game or whatever, she's cold. The fighting game.
I never played that.
But we've had girl leaders before. Like if you remember Time Force, Jin was probably one of the best leaders in Power Rangers. Was the pink Time Force Ranger.
Time Force.
Yeah, I remember
she was cold.
I remember seeing like the first time I saw Ninja Storm, and then I started watching Wild Force, but I didn't really even like the concept of Mighty Morphin was never introduced to me. I never knew that there was something called Mighty Morphin. That's what kickstarted all of this. Like, because my introduction to Power Rangers was Ninja Storm.
Did you ever go back and watch it?
So, yeah, a few episodes. I didn't really get into it because again, like once I found, like I kept watching all the other shows, and then I found out about Mighty Morphin.
Did you watch the movie?
Like, or I actually got interested in it, and then I went back, watched a few episodes, got to know
Which
like,
movie
who's
though?
going on.
Which movie was it? Like, did you watch
The
the
OG?
2017 movie or the 95 movie?
Sorry, no, I mean I didn't watch. I'm saying like the Mighty Morphin show.
We know. We're asking you if you watched the movie.
I've only watched the 2017 one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I haven't seen the original one.
I'm sorry. You missed out.
Yeah.
Put that on your watch
Actually, this is
list,
the first
man.
time I'm here. This is the first time I'm
That's
hearing that there's a
iconic.
95 movie.
That-
That's why I want to go skydiving to
That's
this day.
weird.
Yeah.
To this day.
But yeah, Mighty Morphin.
to this
Mighty
day.
Morphin. I didn't know about any of these shows until I saw that Wild Force episode Forever Red.
Oh yeah, Forever Red was dope.
So
Forever
that was like
Red
when I found out
one
like,
of the
oh,
best.
like there are all these, like it comes from like a long like lineage of like
that
Power
will
Rangers.
go down as one of the best team ups or episodes in like Power
That's
Rangers.
where all the
history,
Red
bro.
Rangers
Like
It's
came
just
that,
right?
all Red
Yeah,
Rangers.
yeah.
It's all
Oh,
Red
yeah.
Rangers.
and they were just murking the.
Yeah.
They were fighting the Machine Empire.
Oh.
They were trying to
Yeah,
rise up the Machine Empire now.
I was like, man, this is so cool. And like whenever they pose like the smoke or the white the whatever like, the explosion that happens behind them, like it was all full red, and I was like, that's so badass.
That's called a Kalish explosion. The dude who did the special effects for the Disney era, his name is like Mark Kalish or something. I forget. I'm so sorry,
okay.
but his name is like Kalish or something, so they call it Kalish explosion. And I was
Interesting.
just like, that's dope. I guess he came up with the idea to do the colors behind them and the
Yeah,
explosions.
yeah. As a kid, you're watching that, you're just like, yeah, let's go.
And I like how they explain it. They explain it in RPM as like whenever there's a release of power in the morphing grid, that's why those explosions
Yeah.
happen behind them. That
I've
joke
heard
was
that.
funny to me.
I've heard that explanation before. Yeah.
That joke was funny to me. I was like, so the morphing grid lets out a big colorful fart, like when they change.
Yes, actually.
That's funny.
It's like, well, let's go.
But yeah, you got to
So,
watch
Mike,
the OG movie though. You have to watch.
Yeah,
the OG
I'll
movie.
put that on the list. I think like actually having this
It's
conversation,
only like
I'm
an hour.
I'm like looking up like different things about Power Rangers right now. It's like it's sparking some interest again
Ivan
in terms of
Ooze
rewatching.
is their
it.
funniest
Yeah.
villain.
Ivan Ooze was hilarious. He didn't care one lick. He said, "Oh, really? Power Rangers? Oh, well, where's my autograph?"
Is that the main villain?
Yeah, he got awakened because Rita and Zed wanted to like wake him up to see if they could control him, which was a dumb plan. I'm all like, if he got locked away for being so much more evil than you, like, what makes you think you're gonna control him when he comes out of the
That's funny.
out of the little thing?
I might have to check that out.
And Zed and Rita were funny too, because they were like that was when that was when they started being all like more of a married couple.
Facts.
So their parts were pretty funny too. But like, yeah, Ivan Ooze did not give a rip. He was all like, "Yeah, Power Rangers, that's crazy. Zordon's still using kids."
So
crazy.
So I do have a question though. Maybe Q, I think you're the best person to answer this. Is there like a reason provided as to why there are so many Power Rangers teams?
It's a generational thing.
Each iteration and stuff. Like, is there like there's no real continuity until like, right? I mean, other than like maybe the first few, like until Turbo.
Here's what I would say. I forget. Are you like a comic book guy?
Yeah, well, I will. I mean, kind of, yes. I'm more of a movie guy
Sounds
in terms of watching the comic book ones.
Sounds like a no, yeah.
Oh, God, I'm all
Comic books can be confusing in terms of like if you don't know where to start and like what
That's true.
So that's
but
what's kind of throwing me off.
This won't be as hard. This won't be as hard. So Boom Comics, they have their own kind of universe with the Power Rangers, and it adds a lot of. It takes things from the show, but they kind of add their own lore to it. And I would say that's something cool that would explain what goes on, because in the show there's always like a bunch of loose explanations for everything. True. And what Boom Comics did was brilliant because they took all those different loose things in their lore and actually made it something. Like if these writers that are doing the new show for Disney Plus, if they took a blueprint or a template from Boom Comics and just had explanations for things like the morphing grid or how they morph or how powerful they actually are or how their powers work or stuff like that, like it would be probably the best Power Ranger show that you could make. And people wanted an animated one for a long time. I'm one of those people. I was like, you could do so much more with animation. Just animate it.
Fire. And you could.
That's gonna be one of my videos on Cookie
You
Zero.
can link up the continuity through animation if you did it, and you wouldn't have to worry about paying extra people and all that stuff. So yeah, it'd be fire.
And people get old, man. People get old. They could still voice their character though when they're like 50.
Yes. I'd rather see a Power Ranger anime adaptation over another.
Seriously,
another. What's that thing called? Ronin Warriors. And I love Ronin Warriors.
I love Ronin Warriors, and we're getting the Ronin Warriors. It's not a remake, but it's a continuation. But like, that's what about 1,000 people corrected us on our TikTok. It's not a remake. We heard you.
So wait, they're supposed to be continuing the story?
Yeah, it's a continuation, not a remake.
For what? All right, whatever.
I think it's like their successors, like their kids or something like that. But anyway, like the continuity with the Power Rangers stuff, there is, like I said, loose explanation. Like when a Disney era came around, that's when they started acknowledging the fact that there were like other teams, because after Space, they didn't really talk about it that much.
True.
They were all like the same circle of people. So when they did like team ups, it wasn't too far breaching. It was just all hype.
Yep.
Yeah, but after there started to be more than like 10 teams, right? Like around Wild Force time, they're just all like, "Yo, who are all these other people?" Where? So like, I guess there's different takes on it, but like Power Rangers just exists from the morphing grid in different areas. So if somebody can tap into the morphing grid, they can make powers. Or the new continuity thing is that the morphing masters, who actually came from the Boom, this is a lot. They came from the Boom comics, like that. Well, they came from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Number one, they mentioned the morphing masters once, and that's one of the things Boom comics took and made a lore specific thing. Like the morphing masters are the ones who made up all the powers. It's like in Marvel how like they have the god deities that they made all these people with superpower. Like same thing.
In the MCU, it's like the Celestials, basically.
Yeah, until they introduce anybody higher than that, but I don't think they will.
Well, they introduced the Tribunal.
Yeah, we're not.
in passing.
Living Tribunal was dead though. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what the Morphin Masters were. They released all the powers into different areas, and in Ninja Storm they have this like shuriken that has it's how the Morphin Masters, they kind of shoehorn this in, but like it's how the Morphin Masters would get the powers from each region of the universe. It would just fly to that region of the universe and then like spit out the crystals or the morphers or the coins or whatever, and then go to another side of the universe, and that's how they explain away like how do all these different teams exist. So wherever there's a need for it, a great evil rises up, then that thing will like appear wherever it is, shoot out, or it's preemptive apparently. So it's preemptive, and it spat out the Energems and Dino Charge like millions of years before anything, and it fused with the dinosaurs, and that's how they got those powers. But they've been, tucked away or whatever until they needed to be used. It's a whole thing. Power Rangers isn't good about explaining stuff like that, and that's one of the biggest faults in it. And since we're like nearing the end of the cast here, like that's just one of my gripes with this new series. If they can nail the explanation of things, even if it's like the tiniest little bit, like I think they'll be leaps and bounds above with what we had growing up, because there's just no rhyme or reason for anything, it seems like, and that's what most people have a gripe with Power Rangers about. It's not necessarily the fact that it's corny because it looks corny, but that's the way Tokusatsu is supposed to look. But like, that's one of the things. But the other thing is that people can't latch onto it.
Yeah. Especially
There's
when your competition is Marvel and DC and they have these fleshed out stories.
And now anime. Connection. And now anime. You know how many people watch anime for the story now?
And then you gotta think about it with Mighty Morphin. They went seasons of like the same team switching out maybe a person here and there and just building off a different story. Yeah. So it's like we could follow that. Now it's just like you get one season and you up out of there. And now we on to something different. And it's like
you up out of there. And I think there's a way. I think there's a way that they could do that. I think there's a way they could do that and actually make it stick. But it's like we never have that much time with the characters.
Right, that part.
And it's like what are we doing?
Talking brand new teams, brand new teams, brand new backgrounds, brand new power structure. It's like, fam, what? What? I'm supposed to keep up.
How's everything supposed to work? And I think to their credit, they did a pretty decent job of explaining a lot of the separate teams within that first 2 episodes. You get everything that you're supposed to get. So they figured that part out, but it's just kind of like when the stories start, like you kind of want to stick with those characters for just a little bit, Like the reason why Mighty Morphin hit so hard, that era hit so hard, was because we were with those guys literally from when we were toddlers. Well, me and Just Red, from when we were like toddlers until almost the end of middle school.
Yeah,
is how long those actors were in those roles, basically. So we had time to that's the reason why Tommy came in and he was BA. He was the coldest Ranger because he was the 6th Ranger. But when it became like the Tommy show, and then they started to see that, and then they started branching out on these other characters and writing around that, and then slowly phased him out, and then you started caring about these other teams. We had more time with it. Time Force was 1 season, but it's almost heralded as one of the best seasons of Power Rangers to date, just because the story hits so hard. You connect with almost every single character. Like, if I could give any suggestion, Prodigal, on the older seasons to go back to, watch Time Force, man. Either Time Force or Space, because those are probably some of the best series the Power Rangers came out with. The actors were acting. They were acting with acting. They were doing what they had to do, and it wasn't corny. There were moments when the original actors would come in and they would do something corny, but the new actors, they were acting like we're getting paid.
Right.
We need to do this.
Right.
We're getting paid now.
You know what's funny?
There is,
out of all of course, Mighty Morphin, iconic theme song, but out of all the other shows, the theme song that sticks in my head the most is Lost Galaxy. Even though I didn't really like that show. The theme song.
I like the Yellow Ranger.
I don't remember the Yellow Ranger.
I think most of the Power Rangers theme songs were just bangers.
Lost Galaxy. He's going in.
Lost.
No, dude, he's going in, bro.
He was panning and everything. He said,
I think most of the theme songs, right? I think most of the Power Rangers theme songs are bangers.
That was one guy. Dan Wasserman.
Everyone was him?
Oh wow.
Everyone up until I think Wild Force. He did a Wild Force one, but they didn't
okay.
use it. And then he came back and did music on Wild Force, and then they kind of sprinkled him in. But he had done a different one for Mystic Force, but it wasn't that great.
Neither was that show.
I think all the ones that I've seen, I mean, like Ninja Storm or like Wild Force to
Bro
Operation Overdrive,
wrote
all
the
of them were
X-Men
bangers.
theme.
Touche.
Bro wrote the X-Men theme.
Like the animated series one, or like the actual
The
like, movies?
iconic X-Men theme.
Oh wow.
I wonder if he
See,
ever.
here's the thing,
I wonder if
both the X-Men themes are iconic.
But I wonder if he ever like admitted that he was inspired to do the X-Men theme song off of Whitney Houston's "Be Your Baby Tonight."
Dude, I think somebody asked him that on YouTube or something, and he was just all like, I cannot say.
It's the same melody. It's
That's
the
crazy.
same melody.
It's basically the same thing. He's all like, we were listening to a lot of things back then. Like, just say it. Just you sample.
Right. Like, it's okay, bro. Statute of limitations at this point, right?
Bro, it's been like 30
That's what I'm
years.
saying.
Ain't nobody doing nothing.
Ain't nobody gonna be a legacy. It is what it is.
Nah, but yeah. Nah, I mean, at the end of all this, we like, okay, so we are getting a new Power Rangers. Other than this being Power Rangers Day and us talking about Power Rangers, but like we are getting a new Power Rangers series from Disney Plus. They already confirmed it, locked it down.
Animated or live
Paperwork's
action?
there. Live action, and it's filming in London next year. It starts filming.
In it.
And it's the guys that wrote in it. And it's filming what in it? It's filming in London, isn't it? And they are and it's the guys that wrote the Percy Jackson TV show
Oh.
who have apparently previously worked on Power Rangers before. So they already have like a love for it. So I kind of trust them to helm it.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson season 1 was actually good, in my opinion.
It was legit. Like it was
Season-
legit.
Season 2 is looking good too.
Yeah,
We'll
from,
see how it
I mean,
goes.
from the little snippets that they've been
From
showing.
from the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I'm actually kind of like, okay, this could work. Especially the way that they described in the show, like what it's gonna be. They're not necessarily rehashing anything. They're just trying to do something new, but they're gonna acknowledge the fact that there were Power Ranger teams in the past. So that's kind of cool. So it has like a little bit of us older people who, you know, grew up with that stuff, and then but it's gonna be new for like the kids. They're gonna embrace it in a new way. So I'm just kind of wondering how the power set's gonna do. Like if they're gonna do dinosaurs, like ninjas, like what are they gonna do? Dinosaur ninjas. So yeah, but yeah, that's coming out. So we're excited for that. Ninja Kids has their thing coming out. Shout out Toku J for his designs and the reimagining. Shout out all the animators on like Instagram and TikTok. That there's a couple that I don't remember the names of right now, but if you look up Power Ranger animation on IG, one dude in particular comes up and he does all these little animations to show like, hey, look, Power Rangers could be dope as an animated series.
Facts, though.
Y'all just don't want to take the time. So, you know, with all that said, this has been interesting. Prodigal should definitely watch the 95
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin Power Ranger
I'll
movie.
definitely give it a look. I'll give it a watch and see if I like it. I'll give my honest thoughts about it.
And you can watch it with the whole family.
For real. That too. That's it's a family movie. Like you can watch it with everybody. That's
I
cool.
had to introduce my nieces and my nephew's too young, but my nieces to Power Rangers.
My daughter loves seeing monsters get kicked in the face, so that's. I mean, we're training them young.
Hey,
Devil,
say do
devil,
it.
bad
Yeah.
devil, kick them in the face.
Yep.
But hey, thank you guys so much for joining us here on Those Indie Geeks. We'll be back. Maybe next time we'll talk about Jetix or kids programming in general, like for kids. Like that's a thing. That's something that happened. But thank you guys so much. Peace.
Yes.